commonly asked question, even though it's only 6 months later, Patsy, are you guys considering getting another child? As long as we are in the country, absolutely not. Even though we get to relocate, probably not either. I will never forget how horrific the experience was. I will never forget when it was almost 12 a.m. and I was honestly starting to give up. And at this point, I didn't even know if I was giving up on my baby. I didn't know if my soul had started giving up on my partner. I just remember everything was just everywhere, just all at once, and this is not what we anticipated. This is not what we anticipated. I don't know if anyone that has ever been into labor room, you guys know that you're usually told the period within which the team expects the baby should have arrived. And this time passed by like 4 hours. And I was just like, what is happening? And considering I knew there was like a record of, a recorded number of times where either the child gets in distress, or even where people die during the process, or even where some of your organs may fail, all these eventualities. This is not a reality I think I want to deal with. And the next thing is the facility that we ended up being referred to. Why would you give people post-CS ugali na cabbage, ugali na skuma? This is not even something we were even eating at home. Let's be honest. My partner wasn't the biggest fan of cabbage until like very recently. And that is what they were giving him. And considering there was not even an option. And this is where I say, you literally have the money at hand and you feel so helpless because your money can't actually take you out of the current predicament. And that was such an ugly position for me to be in. A position where Imani ananyimwa maziwa. And they are literally saying they are not going to give her milk because maziwa imebaki ni tu ya watoto wa nursery. And I'm just asking them, just give her and then bill me for it. A facility where they couldn't even administer painkillers and he was in excruciating pain kwa stitches. Na walikataa kabisa kumpea painkillers. It took them, I think, about 5 hours for them to come back and like just listen to what he needed. I don't know. I don't want a repeater. And everyone keeps on saying, a certain facility, they have this, a certain facility, they have this. I just feel like the experience for us, and especially considering this was like a trans couple going through it, I would not wish that on anyone, really. Maybe my worst enemy, maybe. But this is not something I want to relieve. And I feel like if everything else does not become a birth control measure, then I feel like this is the biggest thing. It's about the provision that there is. It's about the safety aspect of it. It's about the care given. I'm just like, no, that it was actually so traumatic for me. And I'm just thinking, if that was traumatic for me, then I don't know about what that actually looks like for my partner, who is the person who had like the lived experience of the whole thing. No. So yeah, Imani might just remain to be the first and the very last. And it is not because we regret having her. It is not because having her is something we regret. It is about the journey. The journey was not what we anticipated, and we actually came to realize that no amount of financial preparedness would actually have taken us out of that situation we found ourselves in. Because at the end of the day, I am also cognizant of the fact that there are people who still lose their children, even despite them getting the best care that finances can get. But at the end of the day, in this situation, literally, I remember just asking them, are you able to provide us with a private room or something? Are you able to give us a room maybe that hosts two people, and for us to pay for like the 2 beds just for him to have an alone time? Because at the end of the day, it was very unfair to be placed in the same room with women. I don't know if you're getting it. And so, yeah, it felt like the whole system was very cis heteronormative, and it was really, there was exclusion that we felt. And I don't know why we expected any different. I don't know, though. I don't know. And all this time I was just saying, I wish we actually made it through with the plan at the Divine Birth Midwifery Center. But at the end of the day, the anatomy can be very, very unpredictable. And considering this is a person that literally presents differently, so all these results were expected. But yeah, generally these are the situations around which this decision comes from. And so another baby, absolutely not. Let's just stick with Imani, and let's just pour into her with everything and all the love we would have given to any other baby that you would have gotten. Let's just concentrate on that. And that's how Patty sees it.